What's going on out there, good people? This is your boy Look Around with LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. We are back today with another daily trade review. Reviewing trades from another small green day. As you can see here, this is what we traded. That's what we made off of them. And today was a scared money, don't make money type of day. Actually started to, for my hip hop heads out there, throw the instrumental for YG's Scared Money as my intro. But I didn't want to get copyrighted, so we left that alone. But scared money don't make no money. That's a saying that I have been hearing a long time. Back in my youth days, we used to play cards for money, and I didn't shoot dice, but I would watch people out shooting dice. And that's one of the things that the old heads used to always say. Scared money don't make money. That is so appropriate for today because we got out of a lot of trades that had we not really been scared out of them, we would have made money on them. So we're going to go ahead, jump right on into TRADERVUE today. I did do something a little different. This morning, I actually recorded my pre-market routine. I'm going to drop the link for it. It's going to be up there somewhere, one of these sides. But it just shows my pre-market routine, how I go about finding ideas and how I build my thumbnail watch list. So we're not going to look at the watch list. We're going to run right on over to TRADERVUE. Reviewing trades for Wednesday, September 14th. Took 7 trades. Closed P&L on the day, 52.14. We took a couple of stabs at SBUX. I didn't even know what SBUX was until I actually looked at the chart and saw that it was Starbucks. I was like, okay, we trading Starbucks. First trade out the blocks, red trade. Went back and looked at this on the chart. This was going to be a good trade. We traded ALT a couple of times. Man, I guess we could have. Nah, we're good. ALT was gapping way down, way down. Check out my video and you'll see why I had that on my long list this morning, even though it was gapping way down. And in RT's chat room, it was some discussion on that one. And people was like, nah, that's not a good long idea. I kind of explained my mindset on why I took and put that on my watch list as a long play. Flat on this one. Flat on that one. I don't know what happened there. Small gain right there. Scared money don't make money trade right there. Scared money don't make money trade. Actually, BHC, I'm not sure. But 3 out of these 4, scared money don't make money trades. Union Pacific, UNP. The rail cars, the railway industry, their employees are going on strike. So this was gapping down. Scared money don't make money trade. We made 1 R off of it. We was risking $50. Made 1 R, but this one we left a ton of money on because we got scared out of it. And then SWN, basically a flat trade. Let's go through real quick and look at these, and then we're going to pull the video up. Boom. I'm going to look at the 2 Starbucks ones first, and then we'll do the 2 alt ones. Again, risking $50 on this one. Look at the 5. Look at the 5. No real entry off of the 5. But let's come down. Look at the 2. Look at the 2 minute. Getting in as it's breaking this area right here. We gave this a little extra wiggle room, and we still got out of it. I think this one would not have stopped us out because we didn't take a full stop. We only lost $39 on it, but that was because I moved the stop up, and you'll kind of see that in the video. Max unrealized 24. Max unrealized against us 39. That's what we lost. Let me see what sheet. I don't have a $50 sheet on my desk right now to see what the stop was on this one, but almost positive stop was down here or down in that area somewhere. I don't think this would have stopped us out, and this thing just took off after I got out of it. Just let's look at the other SBUX real quick. I don't think I was fully shared into this one. I was just trying to make back some of the money that I had lost. Getting in, we see that it broke this little area right here. Got in right there, stopped down here. This one kind of scared us a little bit, gave us a little worry. And then it finally went on up. I want to say was risking 25, was risking a half position. And actually was going to get in with another half position if this kept going higher. And I think the video does show that as well. Max unrealized 25. So we was up 1 R. So almost went against us a full R. Again, telling us that the stop was $25. We had $25 risk on that because stop was going to be right there. This thing almost pulled back. This one gave us a little worry, and we ended up getting out for 20 bucks. So made back some of that we lost on that first trade. Let's do BHC. I don't even remember this one. It's ugly. I could see that much. Nothing here. Nothing here. Way extended on the 5. Could have got in right there. As Jared Wesley over at Live Trader says, shallow pullback, shallow follow through. This was a very shallow pullback. Follow through is going to be just as shallow, and then this thing rolled over. Max unrealized $3. We got out. We was like, nope, not a good trade. Get out of it. So good exit right there. Like I said, I don't even remember taking that trade. Let's look at Swan real quick. SWN. The other one I don't really remember taking. Not really a good entry. On this right here, this one right here, the play is to let this come up like this, breaking this area, then coming back down and retesting the area and going higher. Buying right here is buying right into this area right here, hoping that it's going to break it. And we see that it didn't break it. Let's see. Max unrealized was 2250. Max unrealized against us was 20. And we got out basically flat. Again, seeing that this was not a good trade, watching this area right here. These are the type of trades that when I get in, I can't take it off the screen. It has to be on the big screen so that I could watch these areas. And we'll see if these areas was marked. Because again, TRADERVUE, you're not going to see my price action lines and things of that sort. And that's the thing on the my pre-market video, you'll see me going through setting my price action lines. And if you don't do that before you start trading every morning, you are doing yourself a disservice. I saved this one for almost last because look at this. We made 1 penny. You would think that I was in this thing for a minute and end up getting out flat. No, watch this. Entry and exit. You don't see where my entry was at because it's hidden behind the exit. Let's look at the 1 minute. Ugly, 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 ugly. Got in. Saw that this wasn't going to hold is what I'm thinking. Why I got out. Started coming back down. Early entries on these basically got out flat. We was in this thing 1 minute. So when this didn't go, and that's a term that the small cap traders use quite a bit, is break or bail. That was pretty much what this trade was, a break or bail. It didn't break, so I bailed out. That is what that was. It didn't break, so I bailed out. And then we got back in it again. Got back in it again. And this one was a good one. This one was a good one, but we got out of it. One thing about it was this thing was kind of wedged in between the VWAP and the 9 moving average. So that kind of gave me a little worry. And come down, look at it on the 2, basically got in as it was breaking this area. Stop was way down there. This thing just chugged along. If you look at the 5 minute, it chugged along and easily hit target. This was the big gap. And it wasn't so much the gap, it was the volume on a couple of pre-market candles that made me think that this was going higher. I had dropped a price action line right there on my ThinkorSwim charts. And I said, if this thing does not break below it, it's going higher. And we see it went higher. This thing easily would have hit target had we stayed in it and we didn't get scared out of it. And let's look at the last one, Union Pacific. Man, look at this. Where I got out was the entry. So this was a good entry up here. Good entry. I missed that one. I saw it forming on the thumbnail watch list. I missed it. So I got in. Let's look at the 2 minute. 2 minute to give you a little better picture. And I didn't really get in off of a pattern. I remember taking this trade. I got in almost off of how I trade my options plays. This being in a channel going down. Let's go to the 1. Channel going down. I got in as it was bouncing off of the 9 moving average to head lower. Had I looked at the 5, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. And I got out where I should have been getting in. But we see this thing made a good move down. Finally bounced. I think I had quit recording by the time I had did something. I had dropped actually the channel line had already been on here. This thing broke outside of the channel and then it went on about its business. I actually was going to take an option play on this one in my Webull account. And the spread was like 20 cents. So basically $20 for a contract. The one I was looking at was $1.25 on the bid. It had $1.45 on the ask. Spread was too high. And that is why I got out of this thing. We'll see it on the video. Spread was too high. So let's go ahead. Let's pull up the video. We dissected those a little bit longer than I kind of expected to, but let's go ahead. Let's run through it real quick. Let's get the video started. We don't take the first trade for about 10 minutes in the market open, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of speed this up. Let me do that. I'll be wondering why this thing changes out. So boom. SBUX is on the watch list this morning. And it starts off with a banger. Just runs. And I just watch it. No entry. SFVI. This is on the watch list this morning. Got this area right here marked. We marked this pre-market. And this one here, I'm looking for it to hold that area. Speed this one up some. BIAF. I don't think this was on the watch list. Oh, yes, it was. I'm sorry. It was. It was. Again, if you don't have your charts marked, you're not going to really see this area. So I didn't want to get in that one with that area right there. It was going to need to break and retest. We come over, we look at Union Pacific. We saw how beautiful that thing was off the open going to the downside. We don't do anything on that one. CFVI. Again, mark that chart. Mark that chart. BIAF. This is wedged between the 50 moving average and this area that we got marked on the chart. And if you notice, it's right at a whole number. It is right at a whole number. And I could just go by these dotted lines, but nope. I want to know where those price action areas actually took place based on what the candles was doing. Look over here. That's why it's marked. Look at that. That is why it's marked. That right there probably sucked a lot of people in if you was trading pre-market. Come back over, look at SBUX. I missed that one. I'm just going over looking at it, but that was a good entry right there. First area of concern gonna be right there. Watch what this thing does. It says first area of concern? Really? Nah, we gonna keep going. So now we come over, look at BEKE. Nothing going on right there. Let's keep scrolling. Let's keep going. What I tell you? Let's back that up real quick. Uh-oh, I went too far. It'll come back around. Let's speed it up. SWN. This was one that you saw that we had traded. It had made a nice move off the open. That's SBUX. This was that I said first area of concern. Nah, would have got in right there. Easily hit target. That was money. So we'd already missed most of the move on that. YUMC, nothing there. These are, I'm going through the previous hive day scanner right now. BHC, this was one that we found on the previous hive day scanner. Nope, missed all of that. And it didn't really give any areas of entry. It's just going. So come back over to Swan. Again, this was one that we found on previous hive day scanner as well. No real places to get in on that. BHC is giving us a pullback. This is all right. Fairly shallow. Need to come on down a little bit more. Speed it up. Now SBUX is giving us that pullback. What time is it? 9:40. We take this one at 9:42. Speed it up just a little bit. Oh no, we already got a bracket set. So let's see what we were doing here. So that's 58 cents. See what kind of stop we give it. Give it a 60-cent stop. Okay, we good there. $1.20 on our target. It's about 90 shares, maybe 80 shares. Okay. Okay, so we do get a bracket set on it. Let's see. I think I might have changed the screens before it triggered in. So let's see. What time we looking at? 9:41 and 25 seconds. So that 2-minute candle still has 30 seconds. I would like for that candle to close. But look, it's pulling back. Let's see, do we take this order out of the system? We're gonna let it sit there. All right, we have a 1 minute. Speed it up. Because it still hadn't triggered us in yet. So then we come over here and look at alt. Remember I say alt had gap way down. I'm looking at alt to hold this line right here. But it's going too soon. I wanted this candle to stay below this and then go on the next candle. So missing that opportunity. And you see I still jumped in. So that's why I was like, oh no, why did I just do that? I was like, no. Now I see why I got out of that one, how I did. So I'm just basically waiting on it to get back in the green so I can get out, because that was an early entry. I jumped the gun on that. I wanted to see this candle stay below this candle and then get in on the next one. But we see that it's moving, but it was early. It's not the pattern that I wanted. So I should have just been trying to get out of this one for whatever little gain, because of how I entered in on it. But we were up a half hour just then, I noticed. And watch. Trying to get my, back it up real quick. Trying to get it up to get a little bit of money off of it, and it jumped and tagged me. Flat trade. Flat trade. So we'll speed it on up. While that was all taking place, we had gotten triggered in on SBUX. Like I said, I didn't never know what it was until I noticed the little symbol there. I was like, that's the SBUX symbol. But look at the charts. Five showing a little strength. Come over, look at BHC. BHC is still looking good. I want to see this come up, come back down, and retest this area. The old LMD, back that up real quick. Pause it. Old LMD taking this trade as it's breaking this area. That's the old LMD. If you see me doing it now, then smack me if you see me right through the screen. New LMD wants to see this thing come up, retest it, and then buy setup over here somewhere. Just because it's breaking this thing still can break and just roll over. And if it keeps going, all right, halfway decent. This is a touchy little pullback. He's not really smooth. And you got this top and tail. If this was the bottom and tail, this would be okay. But with this top and tail, I wouldn't have wanted to buy it off of the 2-minute. Up at the 5 is still showing some strength with that bottom and tail. So big picture, it's probably still going to go higher, but I don't really see any place on here that I would have wanted to get entered on. And then I come over and I look at Union Pacific and I'm like, oh man, I missed this pullback. Come look at BHC. BHC said, I don't care about that top and tail. And look at the volume on that candle. Look at the volume. Just gone to the races. And then the sellers step in. Come back over, look at SBUX. SBUX is just slow grinding. And SBUX, man, let's see if I think, yeah, I had to have. What time did we get out of this one? 9:52. So we got 6 minutes. I saw this failing. And it's gonna kind of recover. I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up a little bit. It makes a move, and I just didn't take advantage of it to get out of it, to trade. Let me clear it up to get out. But we see all just doing what I wanted to do. It came back. It's retesting this area. Entry. Probably used the 5-minute to get in, even though it got this top and tail. The 10 still showing strong. And if this pushes back up, it's going to turn this one into just a full wide range green candle. But what time do we have? So we got 2 minutes left on this candle. And look what I do. That's premature again. I'm gonna pause it. 9:48 and 59 seconds. I need to let this candle finish. I'm getting in basically off of the 2 because it's giving you the same picture. But that 5, getting in off the 5 would have gave it a little bit more confirmation. Let's see. I don't think that's going to trigger us in. I think that's going to fail. Come back down, but let's see. Nope. Look at it. Let's see. What time? 9:54. Yeah, so this is going to fail anyway. So look at that. Let's see. We still got about 30 seconds on that candle. I'm not going to fast forward it. That's why you wait on this 5 minute to finish. This thing could have easily got up there and tagged me in. Look how close it came to tagging me in. So I caught a break right there. I caught a huge break. Look what it did. I'm pointing at my damn screen like y'all can see me. It came right to where that stop would have been at had it triggered me in. That's why I needed to wait on this candle to finish and then get in off of that candle. So the trade gods actually saved me for a change. Usually I get burned on those trades. Usually that thing would have came up, tapped me in, and then did exactly what it just did. So I got saved on that one, y'all. I got saved. But now I should be putting a bracket in right now for that. We come back over, look at SBUX. SBUX just, none of these charts really looking good, especially when this didn't continue higher. So you see I've brought my stop up to $35, just below that candle. Because if this drops below that candle, the thought is it's going back down. Come over, look at BHC. And BHC somewhat gave some good entries, but we getting in. Why you buying at the top? Don't see nothing. So this was one of those ones, I'm just buying it to see if it's going to take a pop and move to stop the break even. And it just pauses. It just takes a pause for the cause. And then it finally breaks. And you see, stop the break even. So it's not really a strategy that I really should be trading. But that was the thought. When it popped for high day, look for the pop, get stopped to break even. So that's what we did there. And we look and we see SBUX is just meandering along. And I'm like, all right, I just want out of this thing. Go ahead and stop me out. Let me regroup. And it obliges me. It say, okay, we're going to stop you out, partner. Initial stop was down over here somewhere. I don't think it ever came down to that. But now we come back and look at alt. Remember when I said I should have just put my order in for alt right there? That's why I like brackets. Even though this one is kind of close, I don't want to get in if this candle drops below that candle. But that one there is pretty close. So entry, let's see, entry there, and that little area there is going to be a little area of concern. We don't get filled. Let's see if we chase this one. Oh no, I know what happened. I didn't get this order out. I should have took this order out of the system. It comes back down and tags me. Yep, I do remember that now. Should have, when that thing didn't fill me, I should have taken it out for it to come back and tag me like that. I'm like, uh-oh. Let's go ahead. Let's speed through. Let's speed through. We're already at our 30 minutes. Let me look at this. Okay, so yeah, this possibly would have stopped us out based on. I wish I had kind of marked where that stop was at. Uh-oh, back up. Hit that too fast. What time did we get in Union Pacific? Let me go back. There we go. So I put an order in, and it already then triggered us in on Union Pacific. And what got me on Union Pacific was this big spread. Sellers and buyers. So if I would have get stopped out on this, that's probably like a $10, $20 spread that I'm going to get lost in the spread zone. And that's what kind of scared me out of that trade. That is what scared me out of the trade. Let's speed it on up a little bit. And you see, I just basically moved because I don't want to put my stop on the backside, because if it comes back up and stops me out on the backside, I'm going to catch the spread. But if I move my target up, I won't catch spread. It'll just take me out. And then that thing just, man, that was ugly. So got scared out of that one. Moved the stop up on this one. Kind of got scared out of this one. Speed it on up. See, we in alt. Even getting in a little. Getting tagged in on the back end. This one is working. But we move that stop up to break even. We move the stop up to break even, and it comes right on down. Let's get these last two out of the way. Let's see. We're going to be getting in Swan here shortly. Let's take a peek at Swan real quick. Looking at Swan, it's just going to catch resistance off that 825. So this thing came down and kind of curled. I don't really like to play curls. I like to play nice smooth pullbacks. So like this here should have just went. It shouldn't have kind of curled like that. So don't really like that entry. Something I need to lock in. Like, don't take these curls. Look for a smooth pullback. Smooth pullback gives you a smooth go. So now I'm just watching this to try to get that stop to break even, because again, this is going to catch flack right there. This didn't really have much room to go. Speed it up. Speed it up. And we come back over, look at SBUX. This is going to be our last trade. I like the 10. Shallow pullback though. Shallow pullback, shallow move. But I do like the 10. I will say that. Once you start getting to like 10 o'clock, the 2 minute and the 1 minute could start looking kind of ugly. And that's when you got to start looking at like the 10. Need to get this switched over to the 30, because we'll have one good candle. Actually, switching to 30, you got a little bit of time left on that one. But look at what alt did. Alt tested this area, and it's just been doing good. And this right here just totally pissed me off. Look at what Union Pacific continued to do. Let's see what time. Let's see what we got out of Union Pacific at. We got out of Union Pacific at 218.06. 218.06. This thing is down to 216. So almost $2 left on the table on 75 shares. It's $150 right there in that move. It's $150. We paid $218.80. We're at $216.60. We $2 down in the matter of minutes. And look, the spread has even tightened up a little bit. Nope, but now, just when I said it kind of widened back out again. Look how wide that spread is. That's what scared me out. That is what scared me out. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap this one up. We already 35 minutes in. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Thanks for checking it out. As always, please like, please comment, please subscribe if you like what we're doing over here at LMD Trading. Trying to take this thing slowly, one day at a time, so that we can just hang around. That's the main goal when you listen to professional traders talk. Hang around. Take slow, consistent trades and hang around so that you can be here when the market changes, when it clicks, when that little light bulb goes on in your head and you figure out how to be profitable. You can't figure it out if you don't have the money to be able to trade with. So we're going to continue to keep doing what we're doing. Eventually that scared money going to turn into confident money, and we're going to make money. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up, and we will be back at it again tomorrow. Peace.